Hello, everybody. My name is Rodgon. I'm an artist. I'm a designer. I'm an illustrator. And more importantly than anything, today I happen to be your art instructor. So welcome to the show. How are you guys doing? So we do have a special request today. Our lovely mod Wess, he discovered something new that he wants to refine. And he asked me to touch up on a topic that he came across. So hello, Wess. Yo. We're going to be doing a cool new method that he showed me. So let's talk a little bit about what I was drawing yesterday first. Okay, let's do that first. So yesterday we were talking a little bit about the head. We were breaking down the whole concept of the head into two sections. We were breaking it down into the section that doesn't move, aka your skull, and then you have the place that does, which is your jaw. So if you break it down into two sections, it makes it a lot easier for you to maneuver. Let me check it out. We make a box. You split it in four, make an hourglass, and draw circles. That's going to give you your eye sockets. From there, you draw a little teardrop to however long you want your face. If you want it like a little kid, make it small. If you want an adult, make it bigger. If you want a superhero, make it wide. Okay? So your options for creating characters become unlimited the moment that you realize that you all have to draw is the top part. It becomes a little easier to draw things in 3/4. It becomes a lot easier to draw things in different perspectives because all you really have to focus on is one little section like this. Then you have 3 sections for your head, right? 1, 2, 3. So you can just do that. And then from the second one up, you draw a circle. That's it. You don't have to make life incredibly difficult for yourself. All you have to do is divide your head into 3 and draw an hourglass. This gives you access to every single type of skull. So this is what we were talking about yesterday. And we were talking about how you can even connect it to the neck in the way of a collarbone and a compass. So if you guys ever miss my nighttime streams, we play music, we just rant about, and we have fun. We normally have a little bit of fun. So you guys could join us sometime. That's my study session time. That's when I sit down and study. So that's when I learn new things. If you guys feel like staying for the lesson, today's lesson is going to be a lesson called the arrow method. This is a method originated by Mr. Wess. .io. Is it Wess.io, Wess? If you wanna please pin yourself, that'd be great. So if you have an arrow, all you have to do is draw legs. So the actual process of this is fascinating. So essentially what he did is he came up with a way to draw an action line, but an action line that makes sense. So he made it so that we have access to our legs immediately and to the curvature of our body. So that was really, really cool. So let's delve into this and see why this works. Okay, let's talk a little bit about why this actually works. Well, this works really nicely because our hip bones, if we look at them, at the very base core component of them, it kind of does look like an arrow tip. If we actually visually just represent this with the spine, this ends up looking like an arrow. With a little bit of spacing in the middle, or whatever thickness you choose for your spine, if you lose and you choose those circles on the side, you represent that hip part incredibly well. That's a really dope way to see it. Now, if you add a circle at the top, you give yourself access to the top of, or the compass for your collarbone. So if you focus on those two aspects, if you have troubles with the rib cage, well, all you need to do is draw a little rib cage and you're set. And that rib cage comes from this circle. So the rib cage can be any width you want, I guess. The collarbone is the width of your arms, and then the width of your arms comes from the difference between the end of the collarbone and your body. Yeah, mustache. He's trying to contribute too. Oye, ¿cómo puedes dibujar a alguien arrojando algo como el suelo? He's asking how can you draw somebody throwing something to the ground. And I'll let you guys know how to do that if we get to 5K likes. Let's get to 5K likes so that Rodcon can grow as a channel. I've been listening to the... It's all about that bass, no treble. That's been stuck in my head all day. And so this is a really interesting way, and I really like it. I really, really like it. Wes, I think you really have... Oh, no, you have something going on here, man. I'm not going to take any credit for this. This is yours, man. He came up with this. Like, today's stream was a little eye-opening for him, and he figured it out. So this is not my creation at all. This is his. And I'm just helping him make sense of it so that he can grow it a little bit more. So Mr. Wess is our mod, and he's been giving us lessons in the mornings. So especially for more intro-level people, they really, really, really enjoy him because he is also a person that's learning. So he likes to give his perspective on some of my lessons. And this is what he came up with. How cool is that? So the arrow, let's see. So the arrow method is fascinating. This is actually really, really good. Wes, like you have a definite winner here. This is gonna help people that visualize things from the inside out. That's really cool. It really gives you the orientation of your hip bones really nicely. So especially for difficult positions, knowing that the arrow is pointing down your body is really important. Because in this case, if I'm bending my hips this way, if I have the arrow going this way, that means this is pointing down. So if I were to draw a character, it would be something like that, or I could have action poses going this way, or if I needed the character bending over, I would know that this is the legs going forward. So I could draw like a cute little pin-up or something like that by just following it up. That is super cool. So, Wes, congratulations, man. You have a definite winner here. And a simple standing pose is just this, like a little flower. Oh my God, it's like a flower with one petal. If you draw 3 petals, if you draw 4 petals, Wes, you have a petal. You have a flower method. It kind of looks like a flower. But it works so well. Fascinating. That's awesome. Draw a person sitting. Okay, let's draw a person sitting with the flower method. This works so easy. Wes, you are fantastic, man. Congratulations, dude. You really did like come up with something cool. Yeah. This is a really easy, fun way to see it. This is awesome. So, one thing that I like to tell you guys a lot is that you should never just take, for example, like me showing you guys a way. I think he discovered this from me talking about the PP method. If you draw a PP, you can draw a body, right? It gives you all the points for a body. So he took this and simplified it to the point where it's just two little circles and the spine, but and then he draws the head. So he just it's really interesting because this gives you a lot of information without really cluttering your design. So if you wanted to do like some cool poses and stuff, this might be the way to do it if you find yourself really tied up whenever you have to draw over your stuff inside. If you ever have issues drawing characters holding things in front of you, this would be a really interesting way to go about it because it layers it in a way that makes it easier to be able to draw it. From a profile, well, what's half of an arrow? This is the easiest way to draw a profile, okay? Take a front shot, split it in half, and whatever's left is your profile. It's really, really interesting. Let's just draw a clean one so it makes sense. Okay. So if you have a full character, if you want a profile of it, most of the time it's just about moving this arm in. So whatever circle you have here, move it in. So it's gonna be over the middle. And then just adjust the body posture to be what you need. A lot of the times we're just afraid to overlap our shapes. So we're not really drawing at our optimal. From that, it's not really hard to give it more depth. If you draw profiles, just draw a little bit of volume to one side and you have a 3/4. It's interesting, huh? But not really. It's not really all that hard to think. Think about it from a sphere, okay? From a sphere point of view, if we have the midpoint right here, if we draw a head, the midpoint's right there. The actual ball can stay the same size, just rotating that midline, and you have a completely different view. Just rotate that midline to the edge, and you have a completely different view. You don't have to complicate it to learn this stuff, right? If you have an arrow, the arrow slowly starts going to the side. And it's based on the back because it's based on your spine. So try to keep it in the back of the circle. And you'll be solid. 3/4. This is really cool, man. This is really dope, and it simplifies the anatomy to an extreme amount, honestly. It's actually fascinating. Regardless of the poses that you're doing, it's really easy to draw them in different poses because it's a circle. If you find the circle, all you got to do is draw another circle, connect the edges, and you have a cylinder. Do a couple cylinders, and you have yourself legs. Taper them to give them muscles, and overlap them, and you have yourself cool design legs. The leg, the easiest way to draw the leg in general is going to be from that arrow. You're going to draw the volume of your thigh into a pointy area for your kneecap. Okay? So it kind of looks like a teardrop. From that little teardrop, draw a cylinder into your foot. And then connect the muscles behind the thigh. That is the easiest way to draw legs. And it looks really nice. Move the foot according to what you need. And once you have those little arrows, you can take the circles and then just draw your legs from there. You're never going to have issues with the legs again. If you guys are learning stuff, make sure to like that heart button. Hit that heart button because that's the way you guys help me. So I have books. I have I have lessons that I sell. I have, I have a bunch of stuff. You guys just go look at my page and you guys can find it. All the links in the bio. All my links in my bio. Bam. Now, let's drink some coffee. I'll leave you guys with Officer Milky for a second. He's going to stare at you guys while I drink some coffee. What are they doing? Are they learning? Are they learning today? Yeah, they're learning. They're learning good. What are you guys learning? Oh, we're learning about the legs and the hips. And Wes came up with a really cool way to draw things. A flower. I like flowers. I know you do. Have a bunch of them. Yeah, move out of the way, though. What times do we normally go live? I go live at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. So if you guys want to come join us, Wes comes on a little bit earlier than that. Wes comes on at around like 30 minutes before that, or like an hour before that. So he comes on a little bit before that. So if I'm a little late for you guys, he normally touches up on topics that relate to the same sort of stuff. So you guys can feel free to see the compass. The compass is going to point in the direction you want your arms to be. So if you want your arm to be forward, you draw that compass forward. If you want your arm to be backwards, you point that compass backwards. Fill in the gaps. Then you have yourself some hands. Some longer fingers. So that's kind of cool. That is really, really dope. I really like that. Now, let's see. One recommendation that I like to give everybody is that if you guys are going to sit down and draw and learn, at the end of this lesson, you guys should take 15, let's get my mustache hair out of this Post-it, 15 minutes after this stream, whatever you guys learn, if anything clicked, make sure to use it on something you find cool, okay? Apply it to your style, apply it to something that you will remember. Don't just leave things as just concepts. If you leave things as just concepts and don't apply them, that knowledge goes away. It really does. It just kind of dissipates. And it goes into the whole world of like, I know that thing, but I don't really know it, but I know it. Like perspective and anatomy, all those things that we think we know, And then we claim that we know it just because we've been drawing for a very long time, but we don't really know it because we never really took the time to understand it. But yeah, so all that stuff, yeah, that's the stuff that you probably learned it, but you never applied it, so you never really implement it. And that's what I like to avoid. So if you guys do learn something, if something clicks in the stream or any of the videos you guys see, I recommend that you guys take at least 15 minutes out of your time to sit down and try to apply it to something that is valuable to you. Because if you do that, then you retain it for a lifetime. Okay? Those 15 minutes can be the difference between you learning this really easy and keeping that knowledge, or losing it and then just thinking about it once in a while when you think, oh, that one was kind of cool. Maybe I'll try it one day. Type of situation. Okay? I have already finished 2 sketchbooks with a bunch of your lessons. Woohoo! Yeah! Yeah! Woohoo! Da, 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 sketchbooks! Yay! We're almost done with this one, too. We went through this one like pancakes, dude. We're going through that like crazy. So congratulations. Finishing a sketchbook is one of the most satisfying things that an artist can do, honestly. It's just one of those things that it doesn't matter if it's good or not. You're still going to enjoy it so much. And you're going to have such a sense of pride having done it that you're going to want to do it more and more and more. Ooh, if we do the noodle over that circle, that gives us access to our shoulders and to our arms. So if we drew a noodle at the top of that, we have access to another way of drawing really easy bodies. Cool. So, hey, I'm on my 3rd and it's mostly anatomy. That's perfectly fine. Try to focus a little bit on perspective too, though. Try to focus on actually like moving things around in space, because eventually you're going to have to combine basic perspective, right, plus your anatomy knowledge, whatever you do know anatomy-wise, you're going to have to combine these and then put style to it. So you're going to have to learn how to do this and then how to stylize it in a cool way so that you can stand out from other people. So the stylization aspect comes last. That stylization aspect doesn't even factor in until you know how to draw the thing. Right? If you don't know how to draw this in perspective, this is going to be really hard to you. If you don't know how to draw the muscles and the actual features and stuff like that on it, or how the body connects to it, you know, like the things that we're talking about most of the time, that's the anatomy that you should focus on. The things that you need to know are how your body parts connect, how and much the range of your body parts have, okay? How the lines overlap. Because you can draw legs really easy if you know how and to bend just a simple object. That little overlap tells me everything I need about that leg. I know it's pointing that direction. If he overlaps the other way, I know that it's pointing up. So that little overlapping line is absolutely everything. Yes, this one will be on YouTube. One little overlapping line can tell me the direction of the leg. And apparently, if we just draw an arrow, we can draw bodies from any single leg. So that's dope. That is so cool, Wes. Perspective, be making one arrow one. Oh yeah. If you change the variation of this, well, the thing is, that's just basic perspective, right? So let's talk about that. So if you draw an arrow and they're both the same size, they're gonna be looking like, directly forward. We'll draw some quick legs so it looks like we're actually paying attention. Okay, so if you draw one bigger and one smaller, what you're doing is you're moving that perspective line, right? You're moving one forward, making this one gonna be your front leg, and then the other one, it's gonna be tapered the same way. The bigger you make one over the other, the more of a profile you're gonna get. And the arrow is going from the back because you're replicating your anatomy system. Okay? Your hip bones have your spine on the back. Your actual bone structure tends to be more like this. And then your legs, that shape that we're drawing for the leg, just going around this into the kneecap. And then you draw a straight line for that bone. So this looks like this. Boop, boop, boop. And then you draw the muscle behind. And you have yourself legs. Look at me drawing legs, every position in my head. Look at me drawing legs fast as can see. Pa, pa, pa. So, drawing and learning how to stylize and come up with your own styles and stuff like that is going to come from understanding these things. Understanding these things and knowing that you can modify them to fit anything that you really want. Once you understand it, it's easier to make your own. Once there's knowledge, then can be creativity. Creativity only comes after you understand something, right? True creativity only comes after you understand something. If you're still confused about something, it's really hard to put your own spin on it because you're not going to really know where to put things or how to do some stuff. Thank you so much. Hey, no worries. Elena-san, he's really good YouTube video about faces. Yeah, there's one about the rod-gun method. If you guys aren't aware of that, it's the concept of coming up with a triangle in the middle of your shape and then using those lines as a basic mapping feature to draw a basic skull. If you manage to learn how to draw that, the eyes and stuff like that fall into specific places. Your eyebrows fall into specific lines. This is your nose bridge. This is your nose. This is your cheeks. So my teeth are gonna go straight down from there, and I just draw my mouth around my teeth. My chin is at the bottom of this teardrop, and then my cheekbones go from the middle of my ear, touching my cheekbone in my chin. Boop. And just like that, you have access to a whole entire face in like no second spot. But you don't have to draw a specific shape. That's the beauty of this. You can draw this in any shape you want, and you can have access to faces in all sorts of designs. That is the beauty of just focusing on it like that. So you don't have to be subjugated to drawing exactly one style of heads. You can draw yourself anything you feel like and have creative freedom. That is what my method does. There's another thing that I just developed recently, which is just being able to draw the anatomy of the head from a box. Draw a box, draw an hourglass in the bottom part, draw a circle, and then draw a circle on the side. This gives you the top part of your skull. You draw your teeth by drawing a teardrop, and then you draw your ear right there. It's not really all that difficult. I think the circle has to be smaller too, though. Yeah, there you go. So that's what I've been doing a lot lately, playing around with that concept. And it works really nice. So if you focus just on that top part, it's easier to move in perspective. It's going to be easier to rotate around because you just have to focus on one little box. So it's not really a very difficult way of drawing it. And that's what I've developing recently. That's what I've been doing. That box method is kind of huge. I just turned in and this has changed how I sketch in sec. Oh, nice. Hello, I hope you have a lovely day. Oh, that's her name. That's brilliant. Woohoo! All right. And from a profile, it's just a box. You got to come up with these circles. What's that? You divide it into 2. You divide it into 3. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And that gives you the mapping points for the upper part of your head. Your ear falls on that circle. Your eyes fall there. Your nose falls here. Your eyebrows fall here. And then you just have to figure out your mouth. Your mouth is going to normally reach to about half of your eye. So you can draw that teardrop up to half of that eye. Yay. So wherever your eye falls, that is going to be the limitation of your mouth. It's kind of cool how things just like align with our bodies. A lot of the times, we just have to take the time to look at them. After I do this, how do I put in the features? Okay, so after you do that, you need to understand the features that you're drawing, right? When I'm drawing this, I'm going to draw a skull right here so that you know exactly what I'm drawing. Okay, this is what you're drawing, and this is what you see. A triangle, a teardrop. Okay? Here you have an eyeball. This becomes negative space inside of it. So when you're drawing this, you're going to draw your eyelids around your eyeball. Right? Draw your eyelids around your eyeball. The remaining of the eyeball becomes your eyelid and the bottom eyelid. And it even gives you the round curvature that you need for that upper part. The top line right here, this ridge of your eye ridge, this is going to be your eyebrow ridge. This circle becomes your cheekbone. If you touch your cheekbone to your chin, which is this little circle right here, you have the side of your face. The jaw, this, is just your teeth going back. Your jaw is your front teeth, and then your molars going up. That's it. That's all the bottom jaw is. It's just your teeth. So I don't know why people draw them super weird. It's just your little teethies, and they fit underneath your cheekbone. Okay, so the cheekbone goes first, and then the jaw goes down. That line separates the side of the face. And then you draw a little circle at the top to represent this taper. The nose is going to come out from there, and connect back to the triangle, and then we draw our mouth around our teeth. So this is essentially what you're doing. Okay, your ears fall at the top bottom of that circle up, and the lobe, whatever, if you have like little lobes to your ear, that falls below that line. So when you're drawing that initial line, that initial box, your ear originates from the bottom going up, but then any earlobe falls below that. So that is essentially what I've been developing lately. To just learning that if you have a circle and you double that circle in size, or a box, and you divide it into a couple sections, you have access to a head. Really easy. It's just, I haven't developed it completely yet, but it'll be something that I work on maybe in this coming week, and then I'll figure it out. But it's mostly going to be the 3x3 rule. So through 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if you make all your features right here in this little midsection, right? Most of your features are gonna fall right here. This is gonna be the curvature. This is gonna be the back of your skull. And then from this little triangle, you can connect it back. Because it's a math equation. I don't have to guess. This is math. This is all math. I don't have, there's no creativity to this. For this, it's just literally a box, divided, hourglass, circles. This middle division, if I carry it to the side, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm able to find the side of my face. So if you just divide your face into 4 sections, 4 fractures, okay, let's call the front face, the front features, they're going to be 1 and 2, okay? So that is the front of your face. And the side of your face normally consists of 3 sections. We have number 2, number 3, and number 4. So we have to count to 4, and we get ourselves a side profile. 1, 2, 3, 4. We consider 2 of these the front of the body, and then 2 of these the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 sections down, and you have yourself a head. Don't see it as one big component, and you're gonna have a lot easier time. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. Let's change it to this side. Split it in half, hourglass in this front section, circle for the back 4, and circle this around. Ooh, cool. Right, and you can change that any way you want. Right, you want the features to be little tiny ones in the front? You can have a variation of characters that's gonna be infinite. Because now you just know how to create a skull. So now you can use this for animals and stuff like that too. Check it out. So if we start with a shape, triangle, come up with a skull, right? Well, that skull can be anything you want. If we want an animal, we can draw like a jelly bean in the front and just connect that triangle there, and we have ourselves a snout. You want something like a beak? Well, that triangle, just draw a beak. Do you want something else like human? Draw that looking down. This is essentially just replicating a skull. So whatever you end up drawing with it is up to you. It could be anything you really feel like. Even up to things like dragons and dinosaurs. So whatever your brain can tell you, you can make with a skull. That is something that is going to be at your disposal. Because now you know how to draw skulls. Okay? Drawing a skull is very, very useful. So can I ask a question? If you want to do noses differently or bodies differently, well, what do you mean differently? I haven't. Well, bodies differently is it's just a matter of changing the size of your elements. So we learned the arrow method right now, right? So if we draw an arrow in the head, it kind of looks like a flower petal. If we draw another flower petal and a couple other flower petals, we have a human body. That is truly a really fun way to draw it, Wes. Like, you really outdid yourself, like, for sure. So that is a really, really easy way to learn. Right? Now, if you want to change this, all you got to do is change the size of these components. Let's make the hips way wider, and then let's make the rib cage skinnier. What happens now? Well, this person has gigantic thighs in a tiny waist. What happens if you do it the other way? Let's make this really small, but the rib cage really big. Oh, miraculously, it gives you a different type of character, huh? So, understanding that it's just about variation in shapes and sizes, but you already have the components that make a human body. So it's all about finding how we drew this differently, right? So proportions are just all based on what you want to create. You have to play around with them. I can't just give you like a standard proportions because I'm gonna dictate your style if I do that. And you don't want me to do that. You don't want me to dictate your style because that's what makes you you, right? I'm giving you knowledge that doesn't require you to give up your own individuality. I'm giving you ways to draw that don't require you to lose the way that you love drawing. I'm just refining and helping you find that. So you have to put your input in. Your input is necessary because if you don't put that in, then you're just drawing like me. And that is not the goal. The goal is to make you you, but with knowledge that you learn from me. Okay? Remember, the end goal of any teacher, if they are a good teacher or in any way, shape, or form a decent human being trying to impart knowledge, is for them to not be needed. My goal eventually is for you to not need me, for you to not need to tune in, for you to not need to watch my tutorials, to have this knowledge be so ingrained in you that you just see it as naturally like upcoming to you. That's what I want. Okay? How could I find this video watching from the beginning? Ooh, it's gonna be on YouTube. It's gonna be on YouTube like within the hour or so after I'm done with here. I just normally have to wait for it to process. And then I upload them, and then I let you guys know through notifications and stuff like that. So if you have your notifications on and you go to my YouTube and you sign up, then you're going to get notified whenever I upload anything. And I normally upload little shorts and stuff like that as well, so that you guys have little snippets of the best parts of what we talked about. So, and I post that everywhere. I post it on my YouTube, I post it on my Instagram, I post them everywhere. So you guys just go find it. All right, with that being said, the arrow method is a fantastic method, and we will associate that with my awesome friend, Wes. He is the creator. I am just the refiner. Okay? You guys can go check out Wes Scope. He is an amazing teacher as well. And of course, like you guys can see, he has a nice ability to be able to detect shapes and stuff like that as well. So if you guys go follow him, odds are you guys are going to learn a lot as well. Take care, my friends. You guys are always the best part of my day. I hope you guys have a fantastic Tuesday. Kick some butt, start those projects, because remember, if you don't start it now, it's just another part of my day. I hope you guys have a fantastic Tuesday. Kick some butt, start those projects, because remember, if you don't start it now, it's just another day. So, have a lovely day. Take care. See you guys soon. Oh, homework. Okay, homework. I forget you guys want homework. Okay, hold on. Homework time. Oh, okay, Milky's gonna give you guys homework time. Zoom out. Okay, Jesus. Hello, everybody. Officer Milky here. Captain extraordinaire of the tools. I'm the one that gives them the tools. So thank you. You guys are welcome. If without me, there's nothing. Okay, so now homework. Write homework. Damn it. I don't have hands. Okay. Calm down. Homework. Why is this not sticking? Sorry, Milky. Damn it. Hand monkey. Okay. Your homework today is going to be to practice the arrow method. The arrow method, as he explained it, is going to consist of drawing an arrow with 2 circles. You're going to draw a circle at the top. And you're going to generate a little cylinder. This is your body, believe it or not. You can draw your legs from these circles. I like to do what he likes to say, which is like a big mass for your thigh, a nice little line for your calf, your foot, and then you wrap it around with your muscles. If you follow this, draw a little compass at the top of where that circle is. You have access to a whole body system. Yay! Woohoo! Yay! Knowledge! So your homework is to practice this. Your homework is to practice the arrow, some legs, and just draw the head. And you can figure out the rest by just filling in however style you want. It's kind of intuitive. It's really fun. You guys should try it. So that's your homework. Okay, all right. You can say bye now, okay? All right, I'm gonna go. Bye. All right, Milky, thank you for your homework time. You're kind of mean to me, but it's okay. Anyways, you guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. There's your homework. If you guys want to tag me over on Instagram, I always reshare the artwork that anybody shares with me. So if you guys tag me on Instagram, I can reshare your story to 200 and something thousand people. So if you guys want some exposure, if you guys want to show off, let me know. Just tag me. I'll reshare it. Let's have you guys get some exposure as well. Okay? Later, Gators. Tag Wess too, because he wants to see your guys' work too.